Hey guys, welcome back to Think Beautiful, the channel where I discuss the debacle that is Meghan Markle. And today I want to read through with you Meghan Markle's new New York Times article. So, this is all about her as ever brand. It is launching. This is her 50 millionth rebrand. Let's see what she says. And just remember, she's suddenly a chef, okay? Inside Meghan's real kitchen, come on, this is trolling completely away from the cameras. And there she is with a camera in her face. So, not off to a good start. Cooking with the Duchess of Sussex as she navigates her rebrand from recovering royal to domestic goddess. Well, that sounds exactly like a trad wife, doesn't it? Isn't that what a domestic goddess is? Domestic goddess, give me a break. Okay, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, is already anticipating pushback on her banana pudding. Yeah, well, your mum doesn't like it, so that's not a great start either. And it looks awful. I know some people will be upset that I took out the wafers, she said, crushing Nilla wafers with a rolling pin rather than layering them in with vanilla pudding and sliced bananas. But I like them crumbled on top. Well, that's because you're not a chef, Meghan Markle. On a bright morning last week at her home in Montecito, California, we keep hearing she lives in Montecito. We get it. We can't afford to live there. Okay, you're much more rich than we are. Meghan roved between the garden where Prince Harry stopped by the strawberry patch. Oh, this didn't happen. In Birkenstocks, no, I doubt it, he's always barefoot, to say he was getting on a work call. What work is he doing? Is he talking about his litigation? Is he on the phone with a lawyer? And which case is he referring to? And the vast, well worn kitchen, oh, because she's always in the kitchen, I get it, where her mother, Doria Ragland, graceful, okay, in jeans, white t shirt, and silver nose ring, we didn't need to know that bit, rummaged for breakfast in the double wide refrigerator. Rummaging. Can't you imagine Doria rummaging around? Reminds me of Meghan Markle rummaging in the back of Prince William's car. That's where she gets it from. Grandma Jeanette, why did I say it like that? Would have used instant, Megan said, referring to Miss Ragland's mother, as they tasted a batch of homemade pudding flecked with vanilla. But she would have loved this. Oh, I highly doubt it. And it didn't look like that when you gave it to your mother. By the way, that's put together by a real chef. And look, it's got mint. Lovely. My logo. Last month, in a new Netflix series with Love Megan, the Duchess gave the world its first look at the remake of her life from broken royal bride, oh, broken, to triumphant, a bit early on that one, domestic goddess. Why does she want to be a domestic goddess? This is crazy. Is she branding herself as this? Is this the rebrand? Domestic goddess? Isn't she a feminist? What is this? What, her dish soap story, and now she's a domestic goddess? The goddess doesn't make it any better, by the way. Oh my gosh. She and Harry fled Britain. Oh, wow. That's dramatic. And its relentless criticism in 2020. Wow, you get criticism when you're crap. To settle as a family in this safe, oh, they make it sound so unsafe in the UK, sunny, affluent enclave. But the show has brought some of that darkness back to her door. Ooh. Like Gwyneth Paltrow, who doesn't like her, Chrissy Teigen, who hates her, and other celebrities who have cooking and lifestyle brands, Megan doesn't have professional culinary training. We know that for sure. Last week's visit, the first time a reporter was invited into her kitchen, showed that she is a passionate home cook who knows her way around a vinaigrette. Oh, God, is quick with a lemon zester. Oh my gosh. And deft with a knife. Oh my gosh, that's scary. She's good with a knife. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. I was allowed in on the condition that no photographs were taken in or of the house. Of course. Oh, she got told. She signed an NDA, by the way. At 43, with boundless enthusiasm, cringeworthy enthusiasm, and big Charlotte York energy, she is still figuring out her public identity. She's still figuring out her identity in general. It's not just the public, okay? She has no identity. She just mooches off other people, copies them, takes it on. Yeah, there's nothing to do about the public bit while pitching it to a global audience. And she's 43, by the way, still figuring out her public identity. Oh my goodness. Her decision to do so may read to some as entrepreneurial. No, no one said that. Or endearing. No, no one ever said that. Or narcissistic. Yes, there you go. Everyone said that one. But you can't say it isn't a big swing. Well, she's just a hustler. What can I say? It's about to get bigger. Yeah, she's very aggressive. On Wednesday, sales go live for as ever. Megan's line of food products priced from $12 to $15, including baking mixes that you never needed, honeys, there's only one honey, and internet famous jams, well, they're spreads, which to her dismay are labeled fruit spreads. Oh, to her dismay. I thought she was on board with that. I thought she didn't mind. I thought she was talking it up with Drew Barrymore. Okay, she hates it. Oh, that's great. Oh, I love the FDA. Because of FDA regulations, the brand was initially announced as, yeah, we know, American Riviera Orchard, but was reportedly changed after trademark challenges. Yeah, it was denied. We can just say it was denied. Last week, Megan announced that she would host a new podcast series, Confessions of a Female Flounder, and started a Shop My channel. Oh, I'd love to know how much she's making off that Shop My thing, where fans can buy the clothing that they can't afford and products they see her in on screen. I don't know about that. I haven't seen her in many of those things from head to toe. I'm not going to read those labels out. I wouldn't even know what they are. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's the collection. She's calling this her collection. There's the mint. Oh, there's the mint. And two little lonely raspberries. Wow. Look at that. What a bunch of crap that is. With Love, Megan presents her in a series of idyllic scenes, none of which were shot in this kitchen. That's right. A nearby house was used as a studio. Cooking, crafting, the crafting was so bad, and planning tea parties for kids that never showed up. But anyone who thought that truffle popcorn and balloon arches, the most boring episode ever, would be uncontroversial was wrong. Yeah, because it's so crap and boring and ridiculous that it is controversial. Because why would you try and teach us how to blow up a balloon? I mean, how stupid are we that you have to tell us? When the show appeared, the millions who have long felt entitled to critique Meghan, that's me, hands up, I'm one of them, as a member of the British royal family, were free to judge her. We always are. As a wife, a mother, of course, they put wife first. Where's Harry? Cook, decorator, and hostess. And many did, calling her saccharine, inauthentic. Of course, she is. That's just a fact. And uninspiring. Again, fact. She was compared to Hannah Needleman of Ballerina Farm. I don't know who that is. I never heard that one. Who compared her to that? And other influencers riding the tradwife wave. Oh, okay, it's a tradwife. She's a tradwife who glamorize old fashioned women's work like feeding chickens. Well, she feeds chickens. What do you mean? And cooking breakfast. She said she cooks breakfast that many women have no desire to return to. What are you talking about? Well, then she's a trad wife. If she does those two things, like you've just said, then she is a trad wife, right? What is this? No desire to return to. You have to cook breakfast sometimes. You have no choice. What is this story? The best episodes frame Megan as a respectful student of chefs. Respectful shouldn't be there. You could scrub that word out. Like Alice Waters and Roy Choi. Love Roy Choi, by the way. In others, she is the teacher. She's not a teacher. She talks at you. She couldn't teach you anything. You just have to nod and say, "You're amazing, Megan." Demonstrating recipes like pasta salad. Did she do a pasta salad? I don't remember that one. And entertaining tips to a series of friends, that should have little commas above it, who are charged with showing enthusiasm. Exactly. You look excited when I cook something, please, or else you're out. And I will ghost you. While she hands them a raw fish, Abby, or ties a bow on a gift bag of peanut butter stuffed pretzels. Those episodes came in for the most mockery. Well, fair enough. You've just told us she gave her friend a raw fish and put a bow on some pretzels. Of course, we're allowed to critique. Some criticism was more pointed. Social media posts zeroed in on her Le Creuset pots, claiming they were too expensive for many black women to afford. They are very expensive, by the way. They're like $800. Okay. I'm not spending $800 on a pot. Okay. I've got other things to spend money on. The journalist, where am I up to? Sorry, began post in response. Black women began posting photos of their extensive Le Creuset collections online. Good for them. If someone wants to spend that much money on cookware, good for them. And I saw one of these posts, by the way, and someone had bought one and they said, "This is so beautiful, but I don't know what to cook in it." Like, that's disgusting. What a waste of money. Anyway, the journalist Michelle Norris came to Meghan's defense, asking, "Why is anyone surprised or disturbed that she would have beautiful color coordinated cookware? Does anyone drag Ina or Martha for their cookware?" To be honest, I don't care what cookware she has. I just don't think that it's something I would buy. That wasn't even something I spoke about in my reviews anyway. So just to wrap up real quickly on what I've already read, this is her clapping back at all the criticism so far. So this article is just her saying, "Hey, leave me alone. Like, I know I'm a bit crap, basically." But look at her. She's just going on about all the criticism. This is the whole article so far. Oh my gosh. In an interview, she noted that singling Meghan out for not using her real kitchen is also illogical. Oh my gosh, here she goes again. "Every set is a performative kitchen," said Miss Norris, who hosts a podcast about cuisine and culture. "I think she manages to present an authentic version of herself within that artificial space. What's so bad about someone wanting to share their joy?" Oh, God. Again with the joy word. The problem is authenticity, and that's all I need to say about that. Everybody has somebody or something they want her to be. Um, Quiet, off the camera would be what I would be saying, said the chef Carla Hall, who was a model before she was a chef. Who is this woman? And whose culinary credentials were also questioned when she started her television career. There's no winning that game. Okay. Which raises a question: why would someone who has for years endured the worst kind of public attention put herself back under the microscope? Because she needs money. It's simple. One reason, of course, is money. There you go. The production deal Meghan and Harry signed with Netflix in 2020 ends this year, and most of their other recent efforts, documentaries about polo, polo, that's probably not a word you want to use at the moment, by the way, and Harry's Invictus Games flopped. Oh, Harry's such a flopper, and it's getting worse. But Netflix is betting on her. Oh, look at this. They're separating. They're saying Harry's a failure, but Meghan's on the up and up. The show has already shot a second season, okay, if that's what you want to call it, and the company is an investor in her As Ever brand, unfortunately. And despite the criticism, in the past month, millions of fans have showed up for her. Millions? Millions? Are you saying because millions of people watched it that they are millions of fans? I don't think so. According to Netflix, the show was in the top 10. Well, this is Netflix data. The top 10 in 24 countries in the week after the premiere, with 2.6 million views, which are mostly just hate watching. Many of the clothes on Meghan's Shop My page sold out within hours or days. Okay. Since Jan 1, when she started a fresh Instagram account, she still has two, which is really confusing. She deleted the old one shortly before marrying into the royal family, blah, 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 which is so long ago. She has gained 2.7 million followers. That should say bots. The other reason is personal. I need to work and I love to work. She loves money. She said, pointing out that until she met Harry, she hadn't been without a job since she was 13. With two young children to raise, she said, "This is a way I can connect my home life and my work." Prince Archie is 5. Why do we always have to hear these? 5 and 3, I get it. They are 6th and 7th in line to the throne. Yeah, we know. Why would you bring that up? That just creates another conversation. Surely she doesn't want that conversation. She's hoping to do that without feeding the fires of tabloid headlines and online gossip. How are you avoiding any of that? Befitting a global brand chief, members of her team comb comment sections and social media. Hi guys. So she doesn't have to. Of course, we know, but she actually is looking at this stuff as well. Let's not be silly. Meghan Markle is all over social media. She wouldn't trust anyone to do all the stuff for her. Okay, she is there looking as well. When I told her about the Le Creuset controversy, she was baffled. She's so stupid. "This is a thing in 2025," she said, throwing up her hands and turning to her mother. This is a thing in 2025. My only thing with Le Creuset, honestly, is just the price is crazy. That I would just be saying, who would buy that? We can't afford that in 2025. Oh, she's so dramatic, this woman. Everyone is coming in hot these days. Miss Ragland, 68, okay, said calmly. Then the women moved on to discussing more important business. Oh, look at them, like, just like, the critics, we don't care. Like whether a person needs an air fryer, why immersion blenders are so good for soup, and whether Grandma Jeanette filled her hand pies with dried or fresh apples. Oh, boring. Oh, look, here she is. What's she laughing at? The bush? Rosemary, what is that? Got her shoulders out again. Of course. Oh, is that the same top she wore to Invictus? I think it might be. Meghan is upbeat, charming, and always on message when fielding questions from a reporter. Well, because they're already like briefed on the questions. But she is clearly bothered by accusations that she is unrelatable and out of touch. Oh, she doesn't like that. Unrelatable and out of touch. Oh, how can you think that you wouldn't be called those things? She may be living a fairy tale. I don't really think she is. But not all that long ago, she was a not very famous actress. Oh, I love that. A not very famous actress. Yes, it's what we've been saying for ages. On a medium popular TV series. She was divorced in her mid 30s and unsure where her next job or home would be. "Don't they know my life hasn't always been like this?" she said, gesturing at the sweeping views and sleeping dogs. Yeah, we know, Meghan Markle. You've told us all about your life. You've given us all the lies we can handle. A cook's progress. Okay. When Meghan was growing up in Los Angeles, her mother worked long hours. She wasn't around and had little time for home cooking. But Miss Ragland was raised with a strong food tradition. Her father, Alvin, had roots in Tennessee. "My father carried a bottle of Red Rooster hot sauce everywhere he went," she said. Why doesn't Meghan Markle make a hot sauce then? That would make sense. And call it Alvin's hot sauce or something. Like, that's a thing. Like, I just thought of that. I mean, gosh, that would be a bit more authentic, wouldn't you think? For her mother, Jeanette, oh, I think I finally said it right, as for many black women of her time, cooking and gardening skills were a given. At home in the Crenshaw neighborhood, Megan said her grandmother grew collard greens and tomatoes in the yard, whipped up hand pies from scratch after dinner, and did nearly all her cooking in one cast iron skillet. As a self-described latchkey kid, why do we have to keep hearing latchkey? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Meghan Latchkey Markle. Why? Why do you have to keep telling us this? Oh, it's another rebrand. whose parents were divorced. Megan, and she'll be getting one too. Megan loved to pick up fast food. Oh, here we go. Oh, but this latchkey kid thing is just BS, honestly. Jack in the Box, okay, yep. Curly fries were a favourite. And go home to watch back to back cooking shows on Food Network. Or I'd go to Grandma Jeanette's after school. She said, yeah, because both your parents weren't looking after you properly. She made the best after school snack, craft, was she merching craft? Grilled cheese on white Wonder bread. Oh, she's got two brands there. Megan recalled dreamily. All that butter. Oh, God. Miss Raglan's work as a travel agent meant that the two took frequent weekend trips, trying out, I can't say that word, Oxycan? No, I'm sure it's not. Street food and Jamaican roadside jerk, and sought out Thai restaurants around Los Angeles. Megan started cooking for friends as an undergraduate. Oh, here we go at Northwestern University. Oh, an excuse to wear her jumper with a Rachel Ray recipe for grilled cheese sandwiches, upgraded with fontina cheese and sliced pears. At 20, in a tiny little apartment in Evanston, serving that sandwich and a bottle of two-buck chuck, that was when Trader Joe's was getting big. We all thought it was so fancy, she said. Grilled cheese sandwiches. Then make a grilled cheese sandwich. Goodness sakes. Why do we have to see this picture? This should have the other picture next to it where she's just completely recreated it with Prince William and Princess Catherine. Disgusting, actually. That's gone too far. That is right up there with stalker vibes. Right up there. In the years that followed, she threw dinner parties in Toronto, where the series Suits was shooting, started a lifestyle blog. Do we have to hear about this? Called The Tig. Yes, we know. And taught Prince Harry how to roast a chicken. Oh, once. And I'm sure he still doesn't know because I'm sure you didn't let him do a thing. Ina Garten's perfect roast chicken, to be specific, which they were making together when he proposed. Yes, we know. She's told us a million times. She used her short lived royal platform, very short lived. Blink and you miss it, they should have said. Her Blink and you miss it royal platform to conceive and publish together our community cookbook, which is probably a good book, to be honest, apart from her on the front. A collection and the forward of recipes by women who lost family members in Grenfell Tower, the West London high rise that was consumed by a catastrophic fire in 2017. In a Substack newsletter last month, the Royal Chronicler and Meghan skeptic Tina Brown, oh, go Tina Brown, described the book as a moment when her culinary and lifestyle interest fused with an authentic charitable initiative and a PR slam dunk. That was the only nice thing Tina Brown said. So interestingly, that's the sentence that they've decided to put in. If only they would put in a few more sentences from Tina Brown. And to be honest, that's a jab at Tina Brown because what she's done is she's pulled out the good bit and put it in here to say, hey, Tina Brown likes me. So I don't know what Tina Brown's going to say about that. I hope Tina Brown pulls out a round three. That's all I can hope for. Chicken nuggets to chantilly cream. 100 miles north and a world away from her grandmother's kitchen, Megan rinsed strawberries from the garden, sliced and macerated them in sugar, lemon juice, and zest to layer in with the pudding and banana slices. Unlike the sleek white kitchen in the show, this kitchen, designed and built by the previous owners, has a weathered wooden island in addition to a marble one. Oh, she's got two islands in her kitchen, for goodness sakes. A well used Viking stove and classic accents of blue and white tiles. There's an old fashioned butler's pantry with cabinets holding glasses and tea sets, and a modern pantry stuffed with carefully organised ingredients and snacks. Shelves hold cookbooks, which she's probably plagiarized all her ingredients from by, I don't know how to say these ones, I'll dismiss all that. And a well thumbed copy of From Seed to Skillet, the 2010 classic by the celebrity gardener, again plagiarized probably, Jimmy Williams, about creating and cooking from a home garden. And just outside the door, Oh, here we go. A framed picture of Harry as a boy with his mother, Princess Diana, holds pride of place. Oh my God, they've got a shrine. That's a shrine. Meghan is quick to admit she has a lot to learn. I've never heard her say that ever. The house is equipped with two pizza ovens that are mostly dormant because she doesn't cook. And she said her first attempt at sourdough bread was both boring, oh, she admits she's boring, and traumatic enough to send her back to bakeries because she's crap. There are professionals who do that better than I ever will, she said. When it's just her, it must have been really bad for her to say that. When it's just her and the kids for dinner, oh, where's Harry? She said she often relies on chicken nuggets. I thought her kids eat vegetables. I thought she told us they eat crudités, veggie burgers, and tater tots. The freezer is stuffed with them. Oh, great. That's not what she tells us her kids eat, by the way. There she is, chopping away. Look at her. What may help her stand out in the crowded field of food influencing, yeah, okay, is her eye for detail. Oh, eye for detail. Oh, tell me all the examples of her eye for detail in the comments, please, because I don't think that's a phrase that I would associate with Meghan Markle. And I'm just talking her wardrobe, her dressing, creases, hair, bronzer. Calligraphy, don't mention calligraphy, please. And gift wrapping skills. Oh, nothing more boring than that. She developed to pick up extra money, are now put to work in leveling layer cakes and fluffing salads just so. She truly cares which direction the radishes are pointing on the charcuterie board, and she really does sometimes transfer takeout food onto serving dishes. I have seen the platters. I didn't I didn't think she didn't. I mean, I would have hoped she was telling the truth about that. To finish the pudding, she got out the hand mixer to make chantilly cream, the vanilla spiked sweetened whipped cream that would give the dessert its name, Chantilly Lily, after the 3-year-old redhead who had just arrived home. Oh, it's all happening. Miss Ragland said she still wasn't convinced that she needed a hand mixer of her own. Dory's not interested in any of this. 100%. She has a KitchenAid stand mixer at home in Los Angeles. The Duchess rolled her eyes. She's such an eye roller, this girl, at her mother, as daughters do. Well, she's a bit ruder than an average daughter. My mom still has Grandma Jeanette's cast iron skillet, she whispered to me. That's what I really want. Oh, what Meghan wants, Meghan gets. So there you go. This is Meghan Markle's New York Times article. Meghan Markle rebranding herself basically as a trad wife or a latchkey kid or a chef. Who knows exactly what she is? Depends what day of the week it is. So, yeah. Thanks for listening, you guys. Please like and subscribe, and I will keep these ones coming. Thank you, you guys. Bye.